Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to the channel of chilled, relaxed plant content, where we talk about the good, the bad, the thriving, and the dying plants in our collection. And we just try to learn from each other and from our research the best way to grow our plants. So, if that sounds like something you're interested in, you'd like to be a part of, hit the subscribe button, come hang out, and come plant with us. Okay, so over the winter, I made my slowest growing Hoyas and my fastest growing Hoya videos. So it's summertime, it's like middle of the summer. So I figured it'd be interesting to do that again basically, and then compare, you know, which plants actually grew during the winter, which plants are growing during the summer, which ones are struggling, is it the same plant, and yeah, so I'm going to introduce you to each of my struggling little Hoyas today, and then probably the next video I'll make my fastest growing Hoyas, which for the most part, most of them are growing and doing really well, but there are like 10 that are just slow and steady growing, I guess, you know. So yeah, alrighty, see you in a bit. Okay guys, like I said before, most of my plants, it is summertime, it's growing season, they should be growing, right? The plants I'm going to show you all over here are just taking their time, and it's a little frustrating, so I'm going to share my frustrations with you today, and let's get to it. So the first one I'm going to show you is my Hoya Gliana. It looks nice and full for this small little 2-inch pot, but it's not the variegated kind. I think it should be growing faster. I don't know if maybe this guy needs more humidity or something like that. All the leaves seem happy. We got a couple wonky ones right here, but you know, everything else is okay. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a slower growing plant. I don't know. Okay, so the next one is Hoya Numeris. I've seen people have this plant be a prolific grower, and it's just not the case for me. I'm not sure. It puts out aerial roots. Most of the aerial roots are okay. We do finally, I've had this plant for about a year, finally have 2 new little leaves right here. I hope you can see those, and I hope they stay. This plant wasn't even trying to put out leaves. It's just putting out aerial roots and finally putting out some leaves. Hopefully they don't fall off, and maybe it's just getting ready to really grow and take off. We can hope, right? Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you is the Hoya Sunrise. So this guy would put out a tendril, it would die off. Try to put out leaves, they all die off. This is the first leaf we've been able to keep on. We, as in the royal we, me and the plant. This is the only leaf in about a year. We do have a little bit of new growth, a little new stem, and it looks like a little leaf on the back side of that. I'm hoping that leaf does not dry up and fall off, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened. We also have another little growth point right here. But like I said, this plant will start leaves, but it just can't keep them. I don't know. Talking about starting leaves and dropping them, my Hoya Genumensis, this does the same thing. It used to put out this really long tendril and start putting out leaves at the end of the tendril. They would dry up, everything would dry up, I'd have to cut it back. It would put out another very long tendril, same thing. It just, I don't know why the plant tried to do that. But we're finally putting out some leaves closer to the base of the plant, so hopefully these leaves stick around. This one looks good for now. As you can see, it comes in like a deep red. I don't even want to touch it in case it falls off. I guess I was just, the plant reminds me of the Hoya multiflora, the leaf shape. So I guess I was expecting it to grow faster like the multiflora, but it's just not what's happening. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you, I bought it as a Hoya Akuta Varigata. I don't know if that's really what it is. When I first bought it, it looked like a princess, but it grows very slow. The plant also doesn't, I'm not sure, just doesn't look that good. It does have some roots, but It's just, it doesn't look like all of my other princesses. You know, the princesses right now are like exploding with growth, and this guy's just taking his time. I don't know. Don't know. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you is my Hoya Obovata. We got these 4 new leaves up here, and then this leaf right here. Those are the newest. But again, I bought this plant actually as an established plant. So why it's taking so long, I'm kind of baffled. Again, I've seen people with huge pots of this, and it's just not my reality apparently right now. This would be a cool plant to trellis. It almost has a little trellis shape going on its own, so maybe when you grow a little bit more you can get a trellis. Okay. Alright, so the next one I want to show you is the Hoya Macrophylla. We finally have a new leaf right here and right here. But for a year, we had these 3 leaves, and that was it. I do want to show you when these leaves first come out, the backs and the edges are like a pink color. The side of it, or the variegated part of it, almost looks orange in real life, but that will fade to a creamy white color. And yeah, and then the backs will just fade to a green like the older leaves. But I don't know, I also have a larger plant of this, but I've only had it for like 2 weeks, so I can't really say if it's a fast grower or not. But neither plant is like pushing out growth, so I don't know. Okay, so the next one I want to show you is my Hoya Australis. I believe this is a different form than the one I have in my bedroom. The one in the bedroom grows prolifically, and the new leaves come in like a dark maroon color, where these guys, the new leaves just come in green, and also with enough light you can get a pink reddish margin on the leaves. So it's something new, something cool. But I don't know the specific type of Australis this is. But I wish you would grow. But right now we just got 4 leaves, and that's just what we got. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you is my Hoya Kentiana. Yep, this one started out looking like this and has since died down to this. All of the variegated parts died off. I was left with just the green parts, and then the green parts started falling off and dying, so it might have just been a bad plant. Who knows? This guy feels rooted when I tug on him, but I don't know if he's going to actually grow or just die off. But I do have a backup plant in case that happens, although this plant also has not put out any new growth. I've only had this one for a couple of weeks. No, I've had this plant for like 2 months actually. Why aren't you growing? I don't know, but all of the darker red leaves came with the plant, so I guess it's just a very slow grower. It doesn't like living outside of a greenhouse, maybe? I don't know. But that's what we got going on for that one. And then I think I have one more after this. So this is my Hoya Carnosa Crinkle. It's a little wonky. I was expecting this plant to grow a little bit more because it is a Carnosa, but I know that people have said that the Chelseas and the Crinkle 8s have, you know, a slower growing rate than like regular Carnosas, I guess. But this guy just seems extra slow. I don't know, maybe because it's an indeterminate amount of crinkles per leaf. I mean, some have 6, some have 8, some have a whole bunch, some have like 2. I don't know, but the new leaves do look really cute. Like this little bundle up here is new, but it's been like that for a couple of months now at this point, and I don't see any new growth coming in. So I don't know. It's just taking its time. Okay, so the next plant I want to show you is my Hoya Albo Marginata, outside variegation, and this guy is slow. I know the carryi can sometimes be slow, but I mean, out of all the other carryi that I do have, I'm going to grab the other variegated one I have with the inner variegation, and you can just see the difference in growth. I mean, I don't know. Or this is the splash, sorry. This is just the regular carryi with a little bit of splash compared to the Albo Marginata. it's just slow. It's growing slow. This plant also has a hard time keeping its leaves that it tries to push out at this bottom node. It's lost like 2 or 3 leaves from that node, but it keeps trying, so I guess we'll keep rooting you on, but I don't know. Okay guys, so those are my slowest growing Hoyas in the middle of summer. If you have any tips or tricks on how to get these guys to grow faster, let me know in the comments below. Are you also struggling with these plants? Are you struggling with other plants? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, relax, plant, and peace out.